always a game of consequence.
Well, I think we know what we're in for, whatever the circumstances that exist when these two meet. Losing really isn't an option, making this another intense, feisty clash, which should keep everyone on edge. The fans are more nervous than the players, to me, confirming an atmosphere of angst. Try telling them there's nothing riding on this.
Way. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, this guy Saka, I've been praising since day one. Someone who has a great versatility in his game, the right attitude, very clever in how he operates around the pitch, and I think he has the potential to excel in most attacking positions. But when it comes down to it, I'd actually love to see him operate in a number 10 for a spell.
And he shoots! And he has kept it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Udogi. João Palhinha moved on forwards. Merino. Aim forwards.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Saliba. Ødegaard. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Van der Ven. João Palhinha. And it's played forward. Pedro Porro. That's tiny. Sarr. João Palhinha. Chance here to counter. Romero. Sarr. That's very neat. Let's cut it out. Saka, gently done. He's in plenty of space here. Showing good feet. Ødegaard. Good take, and is he in? Johnson attempts a clearance. Well read, and the danger is averted. And they've got rid. Saliba. Spread out to the left. Aimed in towards the centre. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Saka, and here's Mark. Goes to finish! Ødegaard is short. Referee's given a throw. Johnson shifted upfield. Solanke clipped into space. Out to Tell! Great defending, strong. Tell! That had everyone off their seats.
Tell, oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Arsenal playing high up the pitch here, very much taking the front foot approach. Tell. Solanke. Oh, he's found support out wide. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And claimed it back swiftly. Sar. And it's Udogi. Udogi. Oh, what a climb! Defending of the desperate variety. Oh, that's nice. A chance to play it in. Decent chance! He's got away with one there. Slightly undercooked, that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Odegaard. Rice. Martinelli. Martinelli! Oh, good effort. He got plenty on that.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Palhinha. Play cross-field, changing the point of attack. Johnson. Bentancur knocks it out wide. That is a brilliant interception. And it's Porro. Plenty of endeavour from either side, but not... And a chance!
Solanke really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Gabriel.
Arsenal, well, Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're weighing up their options to see how long they can sustain this and suppress those wide opposition players.
Saka wins the duel this time. Well, they could break here. Tell Johnson! And he's done it! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Johnson demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Gabriel. Odegaard. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Palhinha. Van de Beek. Oh, can he get onto this?
have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Bentancur. Van de Ven. Throw in. Ødegaard. That's really well manoeuvred. Saka out to the right. He is just caressing the ball. Can he deliver? Played in with purpose. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Timber. He has a look up. Can he finish? Well, the ball's come loose here. Bentancur. Pedro Porro. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Solanke. Timber gets rid without sophistication. Rice. And it's Ødegaard. It's a nicely shaped ball. Now it's Martinelli. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. Fiori. Ødegaard. Arsenal couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Ødegaard. Ødegaard gently done. Shapes to shoot!
He's having a shot!
A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Shot a goal!
It's a loose ball. Solanke takes control of it and he's on the move. Rice. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Johnson was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
And here's Johnson. Cross goes in there. Romero gets across to intercept that. João Palhinha. That's a cute ball. Raya claims comfortably. Gabriel. Ødegaard. Timber. Timber forwards and with intent. Oh, lovely feet, he is such a good mover. Romero clears it away. Saliba moved on forwards. That has been knocked clear. Rice played out towards the right wing. That's a throw. Van de Ven does really well to win the ball there. Udogi. Van de Ven. Bentancur. Tell looks to get on the end of this. Calmly anticipates. Gabriel. Ødegaard. Saliba. And it's played forward. Out to the left it goes. Merino. Has crossed into the middle. Brilliantly cut out. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Solanke. Oh, good spread. And that's been repelled. Ødegaard. Merino. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Saliba shifted upfield. Romero aimed forwards. Tell proves just a little bit too strong.
Big chance! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Joe Palhinha brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Pedro Porro makes the interception. Romero. Van de Ven. Van de Ven played over towards the opposite flank. Ball's gone out of play. Ball's out once more. Merino. Ødegaard. Martinelli. Now it's Solanke. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Johnson. He's shifting through the gears here. Pedro Porro has it in a wide position. And it's Saka. There's the shot! Dealt with nicely by the defence. Johnson! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. This interception, his positioning was spot on. Saka. Ødegaard. Martinelli. Saliba. Gabriel gently done. Udogi shifted upfield. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Merino. And here's Martinelli. Martinelli looking for a runner. Saliba. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still a...
Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Here's Saka. Merino. Rice. Saka. And the shot! Van der Ven with the clearance. He can get that clear. And that's definitely not his best. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Now it's Tell.
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
And it's played forward. And it's Timber. Saka. Played with finesse. Out of play for a goal kick. Rice. Merino. Defending was strong and firm. Sarr. And the counter is on. Rice. Calafiori. Over to the left. Calafiori, gently done. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. That's a throw. Van der Ven. João Palhinha. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
And here's Saka. Saka! Saka, and he thumps it clear. Udogi. Now it's Solanke. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Lobbed in behind. That's a little off target. Gabriel. Trossard, Ødegaard. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Calafiori cuts it out. Merino. Timber. Nice control. Ødegaard. Tell absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
He has found a way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Vicario claims it, and the danger passes. Great work on the overlap. That's not going far. Moved on forwards. Merino. Mikel Merino, forwards and with intent. Trossard, out to the left it goes. There are a few waiting for it. Saka. Saka, and he's gone backward here. Merino! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Marino certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Calafiori. Ødegaard. 60 minutes played. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Van de Ven. And reclaimed it in a trice. Ødegaard. Timber. Timber looking for options. Mikel Merino played into space. Cleared away. Out for a throw. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
You know, you can't really have any complaints of being withdrawn. There must have been at least 5 efforts at goal that were underwhelming.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. And it's Rice. And it's Gabriel Jesus! And that's off target.
Oh, such good technique as well. That was exquisite. It's a real shame he couldn't find a finish after that.
Merino. Gabriel Jesus. Spread out to the left. He's found some space. Shoots! And that's straight down the keeper's throat.
Well, that looked very much like a case of stage fright. His job is to steer clear of the keeper.
Romero. Doggy. Solanke. Now then, the ball's come loose. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Saka, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Merino. That's really well manoeuvred. João Palhinha. Van de Ven. Pedro Porro. Van de Ven. Van de Ven forwards and with intent. Arsenal making another change here. Trossard. And it's Timber. And here's Saka. Solanke. Sarr. Tell. Oh, nice touch. Was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Pedro Porro with the short one. The cross comes in. Nice interception, well timed. Odegaard aimed forwards. Saka. Now that's well seen too. It's been slipped through. And here's Jesus. Now it's Saka.
Goes for a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Marino clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
João Palhinha. Tell. And here's Solanke. Proves too strong. Gabriel Jesus. Arsenal with a chance to counter-attack now. Gabriel Jesus. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And here's Solanke. Played out to the right. Played into the middle. That had too much on it. Rice. Odegaard. Odegaard, gently done. João Palhinha. Pedro Porro. Van de Ven. Moved on forwards. Tell has created one goal already. Tell played out to the left flank. Saar. Out to the left it goes. He's being urged to shoot.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
That's a nicely weighted pass. That's really well cleared. Rice have it back and can go again. Lewis Skelly picks it up now. Climbs up big! He's scored! That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
And it's played forward. Trossard. Saliba. Odegaard. Odegaard shifted upfield. Johnson. Pedro Porro. If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now. There will be a throw-in. And it's Porro. Pedro Porro. And it's hoisted clear. João Palhinha. Oh, sweet feet. Delivered in.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Trossard. And here's Jesus. Saka! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
Nice looking ball.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Great defending, strong and determined.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Odegaard do have a chance to counter here. Rice thinks one through, and it's been played through. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Brennan Johnson. Johnson carries the ball down the right. Johnson's cross.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Davis cuts out the pass. Romero. Bentancur. Brennan Johnson. João Palhinha. Tell.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't...
Saka has been caught there, it's a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Davis.
Look, their supporters must be going balmy about this because there's no sense of purpose in what we're seeing.
Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. It's run loose here. Over to the left. Oh, smashing header!
And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Gabriel Jesus is offering a wry smile there.
Mighty effort!
Oh, yes, it's there! And that has raised the roof!
Vicario, and he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
And listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Searching pass is played there. But there's going to be another change here. Up he goes! That's a half-decent try.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Pedro Porro. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Johnson. Pedro Porro. And here's Johnson. And it's Porro. This might shoot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Joe Palhinha actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
The changes then in quick succession.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Davis. So, now here's the delivery. Lewis Skelly. Merino. Lewis Skelly. And that will be the final act. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come